Hello and welcome. I'm Tenzin Tashi, and this is SBT Sangha Spotlight, a place where we shine a light on our wonderful members who make up our community. Today, we're delighted to spend some time getting to know our dear friend, Tenzin Labdron. Labdron has been with SBT for some time now. She's training at the Bodhisattva level, and she is also heading up the new members chat, welcoming new folks to the group and helping them to navigate our chat rooms and different things that are happening. Welcome, Tenzin Labdron. How are you?
Hello, Tenzin Tashi. I am very well, thank you. How are you
It's,
today?
I'm good. It's so good to see you today. That's wonderful that you're here. It took a while. It took a while because of illness and whatnot, but we got going. Can you please tell me again, where do you live? Where are you from?
I'm from the Midlands in England. My accent is Midlands, but I actually live in Southwest England now.
Okay.
So quite near the city of Bath, which some people may have heard of,
I
or
have
Bath.
Bath. We live in Bath, yes. And so, Tenzin Labdron, can you please tell us what your name means?
My name means light of enlightenment, which is quite
Oh,
much.
that's beautiful. That is very
Thank you.
beautiful. So, can you share with us something that might surprise your fellow members? Maybe an interest, a talent, or experience that you might have had?
Well, I'm not sure it's too much of a talent, but I absolutely love roller skating. I competed for quite a number of years in roller derby, which some people may have heard of. It's quite made quite the comeback. And I competed for years. I used to play for Bath and for a county called Wiltshire. But you get older, things get a bit more painful. There's a lot of kind of rough and tumble in roller derby, lots of falling over and bashing each other. And I eventually thought, that's enough's enough. So I've moved over now to do roller dance skating. And we travel around and we go to Europe. And last weekend we we're in London at a big roller skate event. And it's really fun. I'm never going to be the best, but that's okay. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful community.
well, that's exciting. Did you ever get really seriously hurt while you were in roller derby?
Um, no, I was quite lucky that it was a lot of bumps and bruises and kind of, strains, that sort of thing. I saw a lot of people break bones, um, all sorts of, weird and wonderful injuries, fingers that were in positions they shouldn't have been in, and strange looking ankles. But I was very lucky that it didn't happen to me.
Yeah, that's what I would be afraid of. My sister used to watch roller derby on TV when I was a kid. And I just I thought, oh, I would love to do that. I want to be in roller derby. I used to go roller skating every Friday night. But then I decided, yeah, they probably get hurt a lot. I'm not up for that.
You were right. We did.
Yeah,
Yes, all they do.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you in roller derby?
Probably for about 7 years competing properly, and then I'd retire and then think, oh, I miss the community, and I'd come back. But then I discovered the roller dance community, and I felt, yes, there's a place for me to go and be with lots of people and still travel around a lot and go to Paris, go to Barcelona, go to where the events are happening.
Wow. Uh, y- okay, so with the roller dancing though, does everybody do like a choreography type dance and you have it with certain music and yeah?
Good question. It can do. I mean, we like at the event last Saturday in London. There are kind of core routines. It's almost like in classical French cookery. You have certain recipes, certain things. Not that I do it, but so my husband says. that you just know and you can do. And there are certain routines. Someone will start a routine in the roller dance, like the downtown. There's certain routines, and everyone just sort of joins in. But then at certain points, people will form a circle and people will perform. And yes, people will do things on their own or in a couple. So it really depends. But there's usually some form of everyone dancing together during the night.
You had mentioned something about a forest school that you used to teach in. Can you tell us about that? Because I found that very interesting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, I think it's a bit of a strange name, forest school, because it's not a school in the sense that it's a location. It's not like a building. It's kind of just a kind of an ethos, a way of being in the environment, and the kind of the sort of certain core principles in forest school, which is it needs to be long term. So you might take, whether it's a group or an individual young person out, and it's just long term. So you're seeing it through the seasons. So you are seeing it, the kind of full leaf, the trees, the canopies, you're seeing it kind of everything dying away, leaves falling, you're seeing the birds nesting, you're seeing the swallows departing. So it's a beautiful thing that you do long term. And also it's child led. It truly is a wonderful process, I think, of learning forest school. That the children, you might present some activities, but the child may wish to follow them, not follow them. It really is up to them. They may want to just lie in a hammock. They may want to cook something on a fire. It's amazing. But
It's
it's England. It gets very rainy, very muddy. I'll be in the
uh,
shower, like trying to wash my ropes and tarpaulins.
yeah. Well, that's really cool that it's child led and they discover what they're interested in. I just
Mhm.
I love that. I really do. I wish we had something like that.
Especially,
So
yeah, exactly, for young people that have really struggled in school, that they've
yeah.
found that they feel ashamed of themselves. They're always kind of getting sent out the class. They, even having to get sent home because of behaviour, and they're coming out to forest school, and they're just doing amazing things that they've said, "Oh, I'm no good at anything." I think you've just lit a fire using flint and steel, and you've just cooked your lunch. Come on,
Yeah.
you are good.
Our Sangha has a lot of people that are dog lovers and have a lot of pets, cats and dogs. Do you have a pet?
I do. I have two pets at the moment, apart from my children. They have a cat who's kind of a rescue cat, sort of. And I've got a beautiful spaniel who's very cheeky. Earlier on today, he got his face in all the cat food and just ate a load of it. So, whew, I don't know what's going to happen later.
Yeah,
He's a fabulous
before
dog. Yeah.
before you could
And the
get to
cat's
him,
lovely
it was
too.
gone.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Zephyr, which means kind of it's a light breeze, a light wind.
Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Yeah, sure. I live, like I said, in southwest England with my husband Dan, and we've got two girls who are 13 and 15. And yesterday, apparently, there's some sort of new trend because they were busy dyeing their hair red and blue. So there were lots of red and blue towels around the house. And we've got my husband's family in Wales, and my dad lives up where I grew up in the Midlands.
Can you tell us about your current work, working with disabled children?
Yeah, sure. So when I'd finished my English degree, I then did further postgraduate training in dyslexia, and I currently work as a specialist dyslexia tutor with children with learning disabilities, dyslexia, and other special needs. And I travel to homes and also into schools, wherever they are. I'll meet them where they are.
Okay, so what drew you to Buddhism?
I guess there was two things really. The first was when I'd finished my uh, schooling at 18, I went off for, I don't know, about 4 years traveling in Asia and in lots of Buddhist countries, or a lot of Buddhist practitioners such as Myanmar and Japan, Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, lots of different styles of Buddhism being practiced. So that was super interesting and it's a wonderful experience, especially a lot of the time I was traveling on my own as well. So it was great to meet local people and visit shrines and temples. And then I came back to the UK and started university. And I was doing a single honours in English, and we could do some side modules. So I spotted some modules in Buddhism, and I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I realised that there was no exams. It was coursework only. I thought, yeah, I'm going to do those. And then as I started studying, I thought, wow, this is so interesting. And that sort of propelled me on to get deeper into Buddhist practices and exploring it.
Oh, that must
Yes.
have been amazing to travel to all those places. That's an
Yeah.
education. That's an education right there.
Oh, it was
What it,
amazing. Yes. Yeah, like traveling on your own, obviously you can feel quite vulnerable at times, especially when you're not feeling too well on your own. But it is an amazing experience because you can just do what you want when you want. You don't have to sort of check with someone else. Should we go here today? Should we visit that today? You can just go, yeah, I was going to go off on my bike and cycle around Bagan in Myanmar or something.
what attracted you to the secular Buddhist approach?
I think initially, like probably a fair few people, I discovered through Stephen Batchelor's books. I think Buddhism Without Beliefs was the sort of first one that I bought and read that and thought, yeah, this is pretty interesting. And it just resonated with me. I'd been sort of dabbling, I guess you'd call it, in different styles, like the Soto Zen. I spent a bit of time in a monastery in north of England, and I was part of a Tibetan group, and I've been part of a Thai forest tradition, a Theravadan group, and used to visit a temple every week there. But there was something about secular Buddhism that I found very interesting, and just thought, yeah, this is this is for me. It's
Yeah,
sort of the esoteric practices, I guess, particularly practicing Tibetan Buddhism. That's absolutely beautiful, but I couldn't quite connect with them in a way that perhaps you do when you're living in that culture.
how did you discover SBT though?
You know what, Tashi? I've thought about this and I've got no idea. I really don't know. I presume that I think that I'd found the Facebook group first. That's all I can think. And then maybe the website. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, then it was partway through one of the skillful living programs. So I think I found the YouTube channel, watched a few of the recorded teachings and thought that, wow, this is amazing stuff. And then just started going more and more to
it
popping up
is.
at meditations with there's that kind of the secular mindfulness John Kabat-Zinn, in, even though his teachings are from Buddhist tradition, that it's kind of more secular. It's still I did practice it for a while. It's secular mindfulness, but I felt maybe for me it was missing something because the secular Buddhism still has this sort of core of sort of the early Buddhist teachings, the ethics, the practices that you don't find so much in it, well, at all really in the secular mindfulness.
How has your Buddhist practice benefited your life?
I think I am calmer. It may be hard to believe, but yes, and less reactive. I think not all the time, still a work in progress, that I can sometimes just be a little bit, a step back from things and not so galloping along, tied up in things. I can, yeah, respond rather than react, I guess.
And now it's time for our lightning round. This is where we ask some direct, rapid fire questions to discover who you really are. Please give brief answers. Are you ready? Okay.
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Number one, what's your favorite fun activity?
Roller skating,
Two, your favorite food.
fresh fruit salad,
Three, your favorite type of music.
60s folk music.
How fun. Five, favorite way to relax.
Probably roller skating again or Tai Chi.
Okay. Number six, your preferred meditation position.
Sitting cross-legged, although I do like walking meditation.
Yeah. 7, your favorite type of meditation.
Loving kindness.
8, your favorite SBT affirmation or practice.
Our 4 steps of acceptance.
Number 9, a favorite quote.
Well, I would say it was probably the Dalai Lama. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion.
Number 10, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Well, I suppose it wasn't directly for me, but the best piece of advice I think comes from that amazing film Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the 1980s. And Ferris turned to the camera and said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Okay, should we take some questions from our audience?
What do you like best about SBT?
I think the most beautiful thing to me is being part of our Sangha, of our community, and just checking in every day, whether it's in WhatsApp or during our meditations, and just seeing how everyone is from all around the world. Absolutely love that. Brings me a lot of joy.
Okay, Labdron, I'm interested to know, because you're obviously very well travelled, which Buddhist country you visited that had the most effect on you?
I think Thailand, actually. I just think seeing the monks going around barefoot with their alms bowls and just receiving whatever was given to them by the lay people. I'd not seen that before in some other countries, and that really affected me. I thought how beautiful they're just receiving whatever is given.
Tenzin Labdron, I'm wondering how you find time to do all.
I'm not sure. Sometimes it just seems to fall into place. I'm not sure. I mean, sometimes I've been out on my roller skates and walking the dog at the same time. So sometimes things get combined. Or I might be listening to one of Venerable Tarpa's talks while I'm sort of preparing some food. So I don't know. Things sometimes it's kind of chaotic, but I quite like it like that.
I was wondering, does your husband meditate, or your daughters meditate? And how do they feel about Buddhism?
Well, my husband, he has his kind of meditative practice, which is surfing as much as he can. He finds that, so he's not a Buddhist, but his spiritual home is in the water. He just sitting on a board out the back, as they call it, just behind the waves. That's his practice. My younger daughter's become quite interested in Buddhism. She's sort of popped along to a few meditations and said some of the affirmations. And she's also been studying Buddhism at school, so she's got quite the interest. My other daughter hasn't as yet. But they're all respectful of my time to be with the Sangha and meditate.
Okay, all right, Labdron, do you have any final thoughts to share with us?
I think that just SBT is just an really important part of my life. I just love connecting with everyone every day, and our programs are brilliant. We've got a meditation program coming up soon, and it's wonderful. I recommend it.
Thank you. Okay, with that, I'd like to thank Tenzin Labdron for sharing her journey with us. Remember that SBT offers daily online meditations and weekly online teachings to help deepen your practice and your connection with community. And be sure to catch our next month's Sangha Spotlight episode, where we'll be shining a light on another inspiring Sangha member. You won't want to miss it.